Sairam to all respected elders, BV Gurus, dear brothers and sisters present here. Our collective pranams at the divine lotus feet of Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. With Bhagavan's divine blessings, we warmly welcome you all to the inauguration of Sai Gnankalasam, a sacred initiative dedicated to nurturing knowledge and the habit of reading among children. I feel blessed to be doing the comparing for today's program. Reading is not just about gaining information. It is a path to wisdom, values and character. Today's program beautifully highlights this very purpose. To begin the program, I invite Neha Sairam to speak on the topic Importance of Reading. She will share her thoughts with us. Neha Sairam is currently pursuing her biotech degree in SRM College. She is deeply inspired by the teachings of Swami. Her mother, a devoted follower since her childhood in the early 20s, introduced her to Swami's path of love and service. During her visit to Puttaparthi in 2024, she was profoundly impacted by Swami's presence, which instilled in her an unwavering confidence and a strong foundation of values. His teachings continued to guide her in her journey. She was a primary speaker in our study circle a few months back. Her speech was very well received by one and all. She is a regular reader of Sai literature and other books. Over to you, Neha Sairam.
I'm Neha and thank you so much to Swami. My humble pranams to Swami's lotus feet and thank you to Ganesh Sairam and everyone for giving me an opportunity to talk today. So I would just like to make it a very interactive session. So how many of you love watching, playing games or just scrolling mobile more than reading? How many of you here love scrolling mobile and then playing games than reading? So almost everyone, we all would do that. So yeah, at least scrolling. So it's very common and it's actually too hard to make reading a habit more than scrolling mobile and doing any other such activity. But as we are Swami students, we need to abide by his rules and we have to follow certain instruction he has given to us. So one of the most important points in our 9-point code of conduct is the regular study of Sai literature. So in this, why should we read? Why has Swami instilled that we have to read Sai literature? Can anyone?
Basically to imbibe his message, that's one strategy.
We can understand only by reading.
Yes, sure, that's actually correct. So Swami has told that my life is my message. So in order to know about his life, how he practiced his values, how he lived his life, and in order to cultivate all those good values in us, we are supposed to study and read all the books he has tried to convey his message. That is the only way we can also try to inculcate all those good values in us. So, for example, now I actually read Sai Sacharitra and I decided to do a week Karanai, which means reading 50 chapters in 7 days. And it was, at the beginning, it was actually hard for me to study 50 chapters in 7 days in such a short span of time. So I tried my best to start reading, and as and when I began reading it, I got to know more about Swami's stories, his leelas, his miracles, and I and I was deeply connected to Swami and his life. I got very well immersed to Sai Sacharitra when I started reading it. So I would say that when you start studying something related to Sai literature, you not only just remember and fill your mind with its thought, but then it purifies your heart, your thought, and then it strengthens your faith and even brings you closer to Swami. So I would say everyone to read Sai literature. And another example, Swami tells us to practice Namasmarana at all times. But how many of us do it regularly, even when we study, even when we go for work or anything? How do we remember Swami at all times? Can anyone tell? How do we practice Namasmarana at all times?
To be conscious.
We have to be conscious. So now let's take one more example. How do we brush our teeth right after we wake up? How do we eat? How do we talk? How do we walk? It's all because not someone reminded us every day, but it was taught for us right from our childhood.
A habit.
So it has become a habit. So I would say every one of us to start reading Sai literature right from this time and not postpone it. So it becomes eventually a habit for us. So and makes us immersed in Sai literature and immersed in Swami's thoughts. And Swami has told that there are 3 important stages of spirituality. The first one is Shravana, which means listening and understanding. The next one is Manana, and the third one is Nididhyasana. Manana means reflecting and understanding, and Nididhyasana is practicing and living the message. So when we try to read the Sai literature, we just how can we make reading interesting? Just because it's boring, we don't do it. But then how do we make reading interesting? That's how we should change our lives. Now when we try to make reading interesting, let us say we borrow a book from library today. Now when we start 2 pages and complete it by today, let us just try to read those 2 pages and then self-interrogate ourselves that what values are written in these 2 pages that I have read today, and how can I correct myself by these. So in this way, we read a book, we not only read the book, but we start living the message and start practicing it in our own life. So this is what Swami has told, that we not only just merely read, but we also reflect it on ourselves and then practice the message. This is one such thing. And the other thing is that we need to put our own self-effort. Faith is just not an emotion. It is an decision to stand on Swami's will. So we must put our own self-effort. Only then Swami would guide our pathway, and we need to leave the result and the rest to Swami. But our own duty is to be performed by ourselves. For instance, I used to listen to lots of discourses in my semester break. So in all those, I heard that I used to listen to Samarpan talks by devotees and how they got into Sai sport. In that, they would tell that I had to put in my own self-effort, but I just realized that I hadn't done anything until then. So then I started creating my own bond with Swami. So we all must instill to create our own individual bond with Swami. In order to do that, I would say that reading would be the first stage in this kind of sadhana, in order to connect with Swami. First, learn his messages, learn how to practice values, and then we can, and then it will pull us closer to Swami. So Swami had told in one such discourse that if we go to a gold shop, a jewelry shop, and then we give him our own gold ring, and then tell him to design it to another shape, our own design. And then what do? We first give our own gold ring, and then we tell him to change it to another design that we like it, and then we leave the rest to him. But the shopkeeper who does designs the ring, he has to churn the ring. He has to heat it, melt it, and then design it, hammer it. He has to do everything. But we do not see all those processes. So just like that, we tell that we need to have a happy, blissful life, and we need to leave the rest to Swami. So Swami will be churning our lives, will be hammering. It is all for all those are for all our good, for our own good. So just like that, we need to leave the rest and we need to put our own self-purpose. That's all. Thank you.
We'll have this discussion as part of our discussion among the group.
Okay, thank you so much.
Because all these challenges we all are going to face, not only for us when you go with the BE kids also. So let's discuss that.
I had actually
Can you please answer that and then let's go.
Yeah. I actually missed a point. Actually, I read Ramakatha Rasavahini. I never had the thought of reading all the Vahinis because there were lots of books, and it always spinned my mind. Whenever I had to read all those books, I had like a headache because how would I even read all these large books? That was on my mind because I had to focus on my college and everything. So I started Ramakatha Rasavahini. I just wanted to read the first part. And as and when I started reading it, I developed my own interest on reading it, how our Lord Rama lived his life, how he was a loving son, a caring brother, a brave warrior, and yet so gentle and compassionate at his heart. So I would say that I'm always a devotee of Lord Rama too. Like, I always had a soft side for
Whatever it's a passion for you, if we take that books, that will be ideal for us.
That would be ideal
Start.
for us to start.
Okay, very nice. Thank you.
Thank you, Neha Sairam, for those insightful words on importance of reading. You beautifully explained how reading books helps us to follow Swami's prescribed path and how it benefits our daily lives.